Hello everybody, welcome back to another War Thunder news video, this time covering the full announcement that the Dreams Come True event will in fact be the XF5U Flying Flapjack / Flying Pancake / Flying Biscuit / whatever you want to call it, because this thing's name seems to bounce around with several different alternatives. It is officially called the Flying Flapjack, more on that in a moment. But this is the first plane to be a Dreams Come True event, and as Gaijin says, dreams do come true. Well, this specific dream, out of the 150 or so planes I put on that tech tree that were unique and exciting for the US tree that I made, that was about a year ago, or just over a year ago when I did that, and this is only the second plane on that tree to actually come to the game, and it's coming to the game quite soon. Halloween, the 31st of October, will be when the event officially begins, which means that this could possibly be when the update comes around as well. Yeah, I think the new event will come along with the new update, so the new update might even be this week. Take that with a pinch of salt, because we don't know for sure, and if I'm wrong, then don't hate me, but it might happen. I'm just saying. But this is by far the most interesting Dreams Come True vehicle, in my opinion, not only because I'm more excited about event planes rather than event tanks these days, but, I mean, look at it. It is a funny plane. So, take part in this aircraft event in our yearly Dreams Come True series to get yourself some themed decals, a loading screen, and a very unique aircraft. Very, very unique. You can also decorate your profile with delicious pancakes to remember your participation in this event. So, the reason the name used to confuse me is because, well, I've heard Flying Flapjack, but I've also heard Flying Pancake, and because it's disc-shaped, most people tend to call it the Flying Pancake. Well, coming from the UK, Flying Flapjack never made much sense, because a flapjack in the UK is a sort of square-shaped oat delicacy, strung together with lots of golden syrup and things like that. They're pretty good, but they don't really look like this at all, so I always wondered why they're called Flying Flapjacks. But turns out flapjack in the US is actually something completely different and is just a type of pancake, so there you go. That is kind of the summary of why it is actually called that. The V173 and the XF5U both kind of share the name Flying Pancake, but still. And so the event is running from October 31st, so Halloween, until November 14th. You have 2 weeks to do it, and each stage of the event will come and go every 2 days. It's very exciting stuff, and there is the glorious pancake. Oh, yes, look at that funny boy. We love it. We love it. Absolutely love it. It's a premium, so you don't actually need to grind out the modifications. I know this is the same with all the other Dreams Come True event vehicles, but it's not necessarily all the same for every event vehicle that comes to the game. So the XF5V prototype was a realization of the Flying Pancake concept proposed by aircraft innovator Charles Zimmerman back in 1933. It featured two coaxial counter-rotating propellers and a disc or pancake shape that created a powerful air cushion, allowing the aircraft to take off and land almost vertically. I doubt that was the case, but it does have a short takeoff run. I can confirm that. However, by the time construction was completed in 1947, the project was plagued by insurmountable technical problems, no surprises there, and the overall move towards the jet aircraft never allowed the prototype to reach production, so just like many cool planes in the post-war period, cancelled in favour of jet planes, despite being quite good themselves. Pretty cool stuff. It's weird that they don't actually bring up the V173. I know they say realization of the Flying Pancake concept, but they don't bring up its predecessor at all, which is kind of odd. Anyways, it's arguably the most unique aircraft to come to War Thunder. Definitely. Its pancake-shaped aircraft boasts good top speed at medium altitudes, kind of 650 caliber machine guns at the sides of the cockpit, and the ability to carry a pair of 1,000-pound bombs, great for use in air battles as well as combined modes. I don't know if you'd necessarily want to take this over something like a Corsair or a Thunderbolt, but yeah. I'd also emphasize this is probably more fitting the description of a heavy fighter rather than a standard fighter. Do not try to dogfight in this thing. It climbs okay, apparently, and its speed is alright as well. It's at battle rating 5.3 for reference. I've also heard it turns very well once or twice, and then you lose all your speed, and you need to try and build it up again, kind of like the Delta Dart, which is fine because I love the Delta Dart, so this is going to be cool. And here are some of the other things you can unlock in the event: some funky decals and a wonderful pancakes profile frame. You also get this epic loading screen, which is pretty sick. So one thing that did bamboozle me Although, actually, I may as well point this out. Once the stage is unlocked, you will need to claim your reward manually. So, to do this, you have to click on your profile, select the Dreams Come True XF5U category, and click Claim Prize. If you don't do this, even if you ground out the event, you will not get your plane. So, just bear that in mind. So, obviously, you can do this in air battles at rank 3 or above, arcade, realistic, simulator, blah, blah, blah. It's the same as the usual event shenanigans. But one thing that did bamboozle me is the stages. So stage 1 you get a decal reward, stage 2 you get the profile frame, stage 3 you get the other decal reward, and stage 4 you get a profile background. Now what is a profile background? Do they mean like a profile icon? Because they say loading screen, which is that's not the profile background, that's the loading screen. These are the decals, and this is the profile frame. So what is the profile background? I don't see anywhere on this where that is, or what it could be, who knows. And for stage 6, you get the plane itself. For stage 7, you do get special camo, which is the yellow paint job, which the V173, its predecessor, actually used. So that's kind of neat. So as usual, you can buy the rest of the stages if you think you're not going to finish it in time for Golden Eagles, blah, 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 blah. The usual stuff. Still, I think this is a fantastic addition. Obviously, I am going to glaze this thing to hell. It's a unique plane, it's a funny plane, and it's a cool plane as well. And always the Dreams Come True vehicles are just interesting, pretty much without fail. I mean, the KV7 is probably quite as interesting as Gaijin would have you believe, but yeah, I don't know if it's on the same tier as this or the Sturm Tiger. These are meant to be mythical beasts within the niche military vehicle community. And yeah, this is definitely mythical, and pretty much everyone is actually happy with the addition. So hooray for that. I mean, look at some of the comments. Now this is a dream come true. Finally, one of the most recognizable prototype aircraft coming to the game and fully engaged in obtaining my breakfast. Hell yeah. Very cool plane. Thanks for bringing it to the game. I want to believe. I want to own. So, there you go. A worthy vehicle choice this year. Pancake, 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 pancake. Awesome stuff. So, yeah, quite unanimous praise for the Flying Flapjack there. I imagine people are still going to call it the Pancake because that is probably the name most people recognize it by. And, well, as you found out with me, not everyone actually knows what a Flapjack is. Well, I know what a Flapjack is. I just didn't know an American Flapjack is a pancake as well because America, I guess. I have found something quite humorous. There was a comment on it on the Instagram post. On the War Thunder post for this, and they hated the idea of the Flapjack coming to the game. I assume they'd never heard of this thing before and just commented on it because they thought it looked too weird or something. Paraphrasing here, they said it was the worst plane that they could have added. I kid you not, these were his words. And they also said nobody wants this terrible pancake thing. Holy bad take. Have you been living under a rock? What sort of thing would you like then? Jesus Christ. It's only the most interesting plane we've had all year, and they say not only is it the worst plane they could have added, but nobody wants this. And the sad thing is quite a few people actually liked his comment, which makes me lose some faith in the War Thunder community, as if I had any to begin with. But despite that, most people are very happy with this, myself included, and I will almost certainly be, well, I'm definitely going to grind this out. I'm not going to miss this thing. You also can't sell it, so if you unlock it, then you got to keep it. In about a year's time, this will be a rare boy. It will be the bee's knees if you take this onto the battlefield in a while. I mean, I say, like, in a year, because when this event comes out, pancakes will be everywhere. Like, you will go into a game, and I imagine half the team will be these things. For a while, at least. But after that, it will become a rare thing. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful. Even though I am a couple days late because I don't tend to upload on the weekends, it would still be, well, now you know my thoughts on the pancake, because if you didn't think I would like it anyway, for some reason. I love the addition of this thing. Now, let me know down in the comments below what you think. Most people are pretty happy, but if there's something that you actually thought was a better pick, or maybe something for next year, then do let me know. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe for more. Check out other videos on the channel and hit the bell to stay notified. I may as well bring it up. On Wednesday, there is going to be a very special video, a very good in-depth video of War Thunder versus World of Warplanes. I figured it'd be quite fun to pitch them against each other. And yeah, for those of you that aren't as well versed in the world of warplanes, it might be an interesting video to come along and watch. I imagine you'll know what the outcome would be, but it could still be interesting to see, well, just how the two compare, because it's probably not as black and white as you think. Anyways, that's all we've got for today, and I'll catch you all in the next one.